The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Chad, Orlando Brown acting a hot mess again. We got J-Lo and Ben Affleck. What's really going on with them? And so much to talk about today with Wendy and her ex-husband. Whew, all that and more. And we got a special guest, Just Dominic, right after this on the intro. See you in a bit. Good morning. We're back with another episode of Pyro Power Hour. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the king, the melanin proficient, the handsome, Kyrie Sinaj. And we have Just Dominic joining us today. Good morning, everyone. Kyrie, your thing is muted. Unmute, girl. Well, there we go.
Right. Yes.
Yes. Just Dominic is here. It's here. Thank you for joining us on today. Oh, did you hear that lovely sound, that lovely music?
What was that? Love it.
Oh, we're going to talk about it real soon, Just Dominic. Yes. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate you guys. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room. And if you guys feel so inclined, go ahead and hit us on the cash apps right there at the bottom. Definitely hit up Kyrie because he needs that good internet. Praise God.
Amen.
But you look good this morning, Kyrie. You look good.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, there's no glitching and nothing. Yeah, and I want to also thank everybody that joined. And first of all, I want to thank you, Kyrie, for joining me on Kwame Speaks last night. We had a hoot. It was like a Pyro Power Hour Part 2. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, it was.
Thank you so much for joining. We definitely talked about some good stuff. It was educational, but also messy at the same time. Praise God. All right, and Just Dominic, we are so glad. We're going to try to keep it nice and lighthearted today because we know that you are the CEO and founder of Bullet and Flight Radio. They wholesome over there. Praise God. Okay?
With an edge. We're wholesome with an edge.
With an edge, yes. And shout out to our listeners over there at Bullet and Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world. Thank you so much for supporting. We appreciate you. I get the reports, and I know y'all listening, so we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes. If you guys are just tuning in, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you have not done so, and if you're on TikTok, follow Kyrie and I on TikTok. You can follow me at Kwame Speaks, and you can follow Kyrie at Kyrie Sinaj. Listen, there's stuff that we can't say on Pyro Media that we say on our TikToks. Who's gonna check us, boo? No. So we got who's in the Sean Kenzie. Hey, Sean.
Oh Lord, Brother Kenzie.
So Sean got tickets to the Beyonce concert, and I have no problem doing something strange for some change. So you just let me know if I can get an extra ticket too, Sean. I need a ticket. I want to go to the
and that ticket to Canada.
Hey, right, he went to Canada. I was like, he got money. He got money. All right.
Hey, Bobo.
Hey, Bobo to love.
There was a guy on Twitter bragging about. He said, "I found tickets to Beyonce and I only paid $300 for both. It was $150 a piece." So then he goes on to say where he got the tickets. I said, "Well, sir, all the tickets out of the country are much cheaper. He's going to Europe. But how much that ticket to Europe gonna hit you for?"
Right.
No.
Hotel, all that.
Right. The plane ticket itself, no, I'm not doing that.
So you still spend $1,200.
And if I'm gonna go to a Beyonce concert, I want to go to a Beyonce concert with my own people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go over there.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, unless somebody's taking me.
Yeah, if somebody taking you to Paris to hear Beyonce, you'll go.
I will. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna turn that down.
I'd rather hear Beyonce in the Caribbean somewhere.
Ooh. Oh my God, yes.
He's fancy. All right,
oh my God. Ocean, sunset. Ooh.
Yes. I know that's right. All right, y'all. Let's get into some things here. Let's get into some things. Let me pull this up right here. All right. Praise God, we are here. First and foremost, let's go ahead and thank some of our sponsors. The Coldest Water, the premier water bottle insulation system that they have out there, but they also sell other things, and we have an exclusive offer to our pyromaniacs, if you will, and our pyromedia audience. So if you are a part of Pyromedia or the Pyro fam, you can go ahead and use this QR code, or you can use the link that I'm getting ready to put right on in here. Okay. And Sean Kingy says my flight and hotel costs more than the actual ticket.
I know it is.
Money. He got money. All right. So yes, thank you to the Coldest Water. We appreciate you. Go ahead and click them and click that link, and or use the QR code that's on the screen right now. Take a pause if you're watching this on a replay. And if you are a Bullet in Flight listener, you can go to www.pyromedianetwork.com to get that offer as well. Okay? We sharing is caring. Okay? Praise God. And let us know if you are from Bullet in Flight and you listen on Bullet in Flight. Let us know that you came over from there as well. We want to shout you out. Okay? Praise God. All right. Time to get into what's happening today, y'all. So I didn't write this. I just want to make sure it's clear that I did not write this. Okay. So today is Propose Day.
Oh.
Yeah. You know one of them wrote this. Okay. So Propose Day is celebrated on February 8th. Propose Day is actually the second day of Valentine's week and a day after Rose Day. Although Valentine's Day is observed all around the world, Propose Day is celebrated as a day in Valentine's week. I didn't know there was a Valentine's week. It is a day to, quote, pop the question to your better half and show them your unconditional love. The holiday is celebrated in India, and numerous couples, prospective, old, and new, take the opportunity to propose or renew their proposal, especially using roses. Aww.
Isn't that nice?
That's so sweet.
Walmart is making money everywhere. I mean, not Walmart. Hallmark.
I know that's right.
Everywhere.
Any
holidays.
All right. Well, let's move on. Birthday of the day. Shout out to Anderson .Paak. Yes. He's so fine. What a man. I lost his bio. Is his bio on here? No, they didn't give me his bio. Let's go. Well, y'all know who Anderson .Paak is. Let me go ahead and grab her real quick. All right. So Anderson .Paak, also known as Brandon Paak Anderson, better known by his stage name Anderson .Paak, is a American rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, and drummer. He released his debut mixtape OBE Volume 1 in 2012 and went on to release Venice in 2014. Help us celebrate the incomparable Anderson .Paak. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday, King.
I didn't even know it was his birthday today until Samuel brought it up. I
love his projects.
I love his work.
I've never heard anything he's done.
He's really dope.
Wow. This is the first time I ever heard of him. So when you say you know who he is, well, we don't know everybody.
He's the other half. He's the other half of Silk Sonic, but outside of that, he is dope.
Yeah, he is. I like him before he went into Silk Sonic.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
But that's just me. Silk Sonic is the group that Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak collaborated on.
Oh, okay.
My favorite song by him is a song called "Reaching." It's
yes,
Anderson .Paak featuring Mabel Hathaway. Oh, that's my song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's. Let's not even. I'm not gonna start. I'm gonna start fanning out. I'm gonna start fanning out. All right, so let's get in. Now, I did not do this. I have not even seen it, so I'm a little nervous. Okay,
What?
but this is the viral moment of the week. Okay, and this is from Kyrie. I didn't do this. This is not me. So I don't know what's about to happen. Do you want to set it up, or should I just play it?
Sure. So there is a young lady right now who says that she is the daughter of Robert Kelly and Aaliyah Halton.
What?
Roll it.
Okay, y'all. My name is Love. My given name. I am the biological daughter of Aaliyah Halton and Robert Kelly, R. Kelly, and I just want to tell my truth and also tell my mother's truth, because I feel like it's time and it's needed. I feel that I went through so many things as far as keeping this identity and then living with different family members that was there to, the industry. You guys know how it can get. And I just want the world to know that the best part of me, and I am also an extension of my mother, Aaliyah Halton. I been shipped around or constantly as far as when I was younger, because of who my father was and what he did to her, and also many other little girls around the world, but other little girls. And I was aware of both of them at one point in my life. As far as my dad, I don't want to call him a dad because he wasn't there. When his trial happened, he abandoned me with somebody else to take care of me, and especially after my mom died. I'll go into further details.
I have to pause. I because this is a very long video and I didn't know it was that long.
What? But this has been the talk of the internet since last Thursday.
Is she for real? Is she serious?
I made.
Hey, Michelle.
I made 2 TikToks with her.
Michelle.
Hey, Sharitha.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Michelle.
She doesn't even believe it. I know that's right, Bobo.
Yeah.
Is she for real?
Yeah.
Is she for real?
Listen, the video of her singing is what takes me out.
That's in this clip?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a different
I'm
clip.
not doing this. But
if y'all follow me on TikTok, you'll see I have stitched her a couple of times.
Oh my God! That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And then it says she has proof.
Yeah, well,
okay,
really
okay. So Robin, you tried to play us for Boo Boo the Fool, and now this girl over here trying to play us for Boo Boo the Fool. Are you for real, girl? How dare you? Right, Michelle, she cannot be serious. I know she lying.
I compare her to the girl that said that she's Janet Jackson and James DeBarge.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
All right.
They must be roommates or something.
Man, you look more like her.
Oh my God. Okay, let's move on. I cannot. So check out Kyrie's future husband. He is over here shouting out our one of our sponsors, Audible, an Amazon company. And if you guys want to have a 30-day free trial, you can go ahead and grab this exclusive offer to our Pyro Media audience and to our Pyromaniacs. Shout out to y'all. Thank you guys so much for supporting, because we get these type of opportunities because of you. So go ahead and utilize this. It's the way we get back. It's the way we get back. Praise God. If you guys cannot utilize the QR code that's here, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the link for you. Don't worry. It will be in the comments. So go ahead and use this, and you can get 2 free credits if you are an Amazon Prime member, and you will get 1 credit if you are not. So go ahead and sign up with Amazon Prime before you jump on here, and you'll get them 2 credits. But if you don't want to utilize those 2 credits, you still will have access for 30 days to the the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals, and you can listen to them all with no credits needed. And you'll get a friendly email reminder before your trial ends, so you don't have to go ahead and get things that you don't want to keep. Okay, praise God. Sharitha says, if you're going to debut yourself as a love child, please come together. I know that's right.
Put your wig on.
Because Go look the hot mess.
Oh, the Bobo. They need to take.
Put your wig on, girl.
We need to take her to the same hospital as Elena Brown. We're going to get to that, Vovo. Hold on. Won't move it on that one. We're going to talk about that. But we also want to mention our Pyro Media mention books this week. One of them is the Thais Report. If you are not on the Thais Report Overflow page, head over to the official Thais Report Overflow page, because that's where we will be having Thais After Dark exclusively right there on that channel. Build up that page, y'all. Go ahead and shout out to Mother Thais and the official Thais Report to get your local #1 news source for all pop culture and everything cool. Okay? Shout out to them. Shout out to the official Thais Report and the Martha Gibbs Studios. Praise God. Okay. Also, we want to shout out who's on the screen?
Dominic.
Who's this person? Just Dominic. That's right. All Praise, his studio mix is out, as well as his remix to All Praise. It is a dope song. Don't worry, we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it in the background as we get into this mess. Okay. All right. So definitely check out All Praise and his out. Isn't your album coming out? You have a
yes.
release, right?
The EP is coming out March 2nd.
Come on, EP. Yeah.
It's been less than a month. It's just 5 songs, and obviously 2 of them you've heard already, All Praise and the All Praise remix. So, same producer. I worked with a guy who worked with Drake and on these songs, and I was just super excited to get in and do these songs, as you know. So I'm very excited to share it with the world, and I'm hoping people are enjoying it. So
yes.
It's starting to look like it.
yes. It's looking good. It's looking.
It's starting to look good. Yeah.
Yes. Just don't forget about us when you're rubbing elbows with Beyonce and them. Okay?
right. Y'all gonna be right there with me. How about that?
I know that's right.
I have both of y'all right there with me.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into this hot mess, okay? All right, so y'all stay tuned, because we'll be right back after this, okay? Shout out to y'all. And also, invite your friends, because we got a lot to talk about in this What's Going On. We'll be right back. By popular demand. Thank you guys so much for returning with us. And if you are just joining, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, okay? Praise God. And I think I hear something. Do you hear something, Kyrie? I think.
Yeah.
I know that's right. Come on, Just Dominic. Listen, it's All Praise right here on Pyro Power Hour. Thank you so much for joining us, Just Dominic. We're about to get into some mess, but before we do, we want to shout out our sponsors, Pyro Media Productions, the LA Premier Production Studio, and you can go to www.pyromediaproductions.com for all things social media management, social media content creation, period, audio and video production, photography, all that jazz. Go over to pyromediaproductions.com and our friends over at Bullet in Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world. And we got the CEO right here, the CEO and founder. Shout out to Bullet in Flight Radio.
Well, I could not do this without Pyro Media, that's for sure. Your graphics are the best.
They are. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the production team over at Pyro Media Productions. Yes, I couldn't do it without them. I'm not going to sit here and Beyonce can't do it without her team. Right. I can't do it without mine. Praise God. Pyro fam all day. All right, guys, let's get into what's going on.
Too much.
What you said? What you said, J-Lo?
Oh.
What you said, Ben Affleck? So, presumably due to the fact that that it wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts, Ben Affleck simply didn't appear to have a good time at the 2023 Grammy Awards, at least judging from his less than enthused facial expressions. On top of that, he and Jennifer Lopez were caught on camera having what appeared to be a kind of tense conversation during one of Trevor Noah's bits. Naturally, the internet's layperson lip readers immediately got to work trying to figure out exactly what was said here. But the Daily Mail went ahead and took things one step further by contacting a professional lip reader who says this is what was said. J-Lo, stop, look more friendly, look motivated. Ben Affleck, I might. A lot to unpack here, but FYI that J-Lo seemingly responded to all the speculation about Ben being upset at the Grammys, posting photos of them at the event with the caption, "Always the best time with my love, my husband." Meanwhile, a source told Entertainment Tonight, Jen and Ben had a fun date night out at the Grammys, but they have both been very busy working on several projects, and Ben was feeling tired. He wanted to go and support Jen, but he wasn't his usual self. They added, Jen had a great time and wanted Ben to be excited to be there, but she understood where he was coming from. Jen knows Ben is a great husband, and they still made sure to have a good night together. Apparently, J-Lo also knows how supportive Ben is towards her and her work, but also gets that Ben is more of a homebody, and it isn't his thing to be out at events all the time. She is appreciative of his support, whether it's while they're out and about or just hanging at home. What do you think?
I just thought he was bored because it wasn't not the Oscars. You know, that's his field, acting.
Right.
I just didn't understand why he was there. Like,
yeah.
I did. His wife. That's why.
Hey, James.
Right.
I thought he just did to support her, but even though support her for work, and she's not doing anything. I mean,
that's what I was saying. But I also understand that you're there to support your wife. But if you're not feeling well, then and you know that she's in the limelight, and you know she's had controversy before, and you know how media is, it wouldn't have at least either you're gonna be ready to perk up because you have to work. This is not them just hanging out and chilling out.
Feel like putting on his game face.
Then you shouldn't be there, girl. You are with one of the most well-known performers in the Grammys. J-Lo is not just some regular degular schmegula. She has a career. You're next to J-Lo. You're like, if they were at the Oscars, people will be focusing on Ben Affleck. But because they were at the Grammys, everybody was focusing on J-Lo. So you are there to support her. So you need to have your face right.
Yeah, you know, if he's never been to the Grammys, then maybe he didn't know how boring it is and how long the ceremony is. It's not a fun. Yeah, that's true. Neither one of them are fun events to go to. No, I would imagine.
People go to the Oscars to work. People go to the Grammys to work. People who are invited. You're working because that's a great PR opportunity. It's a phenomenal networking. I've been to the Grammys before, so I know it's a great networking opportunity. It's a great. It's for PR. You're working. Yeah. It's the after parties where you can go and let loose and have fun and all that stuff, whatever. Yeah. But you're there to work. And especially J-Lo, you're not there to go and look cute, girl. We don't care. We want to see your fashions and if you're going to perform, and because your presence needs to be known.
Now, I don't want to see her perform, but she was a presenter.
I
don't need to hear that. I mean, I don't.
Let's get loud.
Hey, James. I don't.
I just her personality messes it up for me. Personally, whatever she does, it's just like she just seems so extra all the time, and that just messes up the whole thing.
Vovo to Love says, and yet Ben blames Jennifer Gardner for him not being happy. No, Ben, it's you. I agree.
All right.
And listen, I mean, you could have just been tired. I just feel like you know this girl. You know the game. Like neither one of you are new.
No.
I don't think he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there.
Then you shouldn't have been there, girl.
But he looked bored the whole night. Every time the camera panned towards him, he just looked like
he looked exhausted. I was like, dang, brother, like what is going on with you? Like you really look like your character of Batman.
Warner Brothers got him working. That's what it is.
Well, good.
Yeah.
He's getting money. He should have went home arrested. Like you go have fun.
Exactly. But who knows? Maybe she was like, "Ben, you better go with me."
That, or he was just being insecure and thought puppies go. You will not be puppies next day.
I don't think he's insecure. I don't think he's insecure.
No, I don't think so either.
No, because everybody's had. Stop. Okay, let's move on.
Oop.
You will not make her sound like Kim Kardashian.
Sean Kinsey says maybe he had a long day on the set. I guess. Well, then stay home.
And he should have went home arrested.
Okay. Let's move on to the next story. This is 7 more. 7 more, you guys. 7 additional Memphis police officers are facing discipline in the wake of Tyree Nichols' death. City Attorney Jennifer Sink told CNN's Nick Valencia on Tuesday. The officers will receive an internal, quote, statement of charges, a document notifying them of policy violations, which is then followed by a hearing and a written decision, Sink said. The action is internal and not criminal in nature. Sink said the final round of the statement of charges is coming this week so that the agency can hold administrative hearings next week. Already 6 officers have been fired for their roles in the incident, including 5 who have been charged criminally with second-degree murder. The news came... Yeah, go ahead, Carrie.
I still don't understand why... what's his name? Hempfield, the one I call Fatty Patty. Why he is not charged is the rest of them.
You know why. You know why. You know why. Right. You know why. The news came during a Memphis City Council meeting Tuesday in which members questioned the city's police and fire chiefs and were set to discuss nearly a dozen public safety proposals and reforms. It was the council's first public hearing since the city released a video of police beating Nichols. I don't have any words. What are you guys' thoughts?
I thought this was coming because the ones that are talking about now, they stood around and watched. No, but one man did pull them off of him because, like you said, it was he was 150 pounds, and you have 5 guys weighing over 200 pounds. That's over 1,000 pounds on this man's back. So one guy did pull them off, but everyone else just stood there watching.
For me, I've been seeing this stuff since the early 90s. You know, when I was in high school, right after high school, this is the same song and dance we have been doing with the police for decades now. Mm-hmm. And let's be honest, this has been going on since forever, since we landed in this country. Mm-hmm. They've been exceptionally cruel to Black people and Black men. And our lives just really don't mean anything. So it's just talk to me to hear them say, "Oh, we're gonna reform. We're gonna reform." No, you like killing Black people. You love it. It gets you off.
The police were created for them because they were called slave catchers.
That's right.
This is the purpose of the police.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they're not yet. It is heartbreaking, Rochelle. It is.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you have us who want. I think we go in with the intentions of wanting to change, but then we get changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Kingsley says this is never ending. My heart goes out to the Nichols family, and so does ours. Here at the Pyro Power Hour and the staff of Pyro Media, our hearts go out, and Bullet and Flight. Our hearts go out to the Nichols family because this is not something they should be dealing with. They're going to be in the public eye for an extremely long time, and I know the George Floyd family is still in the public eye, and their lives are never going to be the same. Mm-hmm. And so everything is going to be watched. Their entire lives are going to be watched. This is just not how we should be living, and so it's just sad. It's really sad. So our heart, oh Jesus,
there are no words.
There are no words. But at least I feel like, you know, conversations are being had. I'd rather the conversations be had than not. So, we need to have these conversations, and we need to keep Tyree Nichols' name in everybody's mouths and constantly being brought up, as well as George Floyd, as well as Sandra Bland, as well as Trayvon Martin, as well as the countless hashtags that we had to kind of put up. And it's just sad, but we need to talk about it because this is not something that's new. So, all right, let's move on to the next. Not today, Kevin.
How you doing?
Okay. Not today, Kevin. According to reports, a New Jersey judge found that Kevin Hunter's request for his alimony payments to be reinstated was not emergent, and ordered his application to be dismissed without prejudice. The judge also denied Kevin's request for his attorney fees to be paid by Wendy Williams. However, according to court documents, Kevin's fight for alimony payments to resume isn't completely over just yet. While the judge didn't consider Kevin's demand for alimony an emergency, he can still take his case to mediation. Thoughts?
Kevin, get a job.
Right.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
Kevin!
If that little kitty cat that you got is not able to pay your bills, maybe you need to get an old cougar.
Can you pay my bill? Well, he does. He had Wendy.
But
he had Wendy. I said if this young one can't pay his bills, then maybe he needs to get an older one, or somebody who can.
Well, she now that young. Now the word on the curb is she has punched it because the money has stopped. So that's the word on the curb. The money has stopped, so she punched it. But this idiot, I'm thinking he bought her a house with Wendy's money. He just made a down payment on it.
Yep. I agree. And you know what's funny? I was watching Kempire this morning. Shout out to Kempire and the Kempire team. But he was talking about this very thing, and I didn't get a chance to finish the whole video, but he brought up a really interesting point that has been going a little bit viral because people are like, we didn't think about that, Kempire. He is saying that this may be a part of Wendy's plan to kind of not pay him because there's a clause, allegedly, there's a clause inside of their marriage agreement or in their what is it, the
prenup or the
prenup, the prenuptial agreement, that if she is not working or she's not making the same amount of money that she was when she's on the show, his alimony stop, and that he won't be eligible for alimony.
Oh, yeah, that's in a divorce proceeding. Well,
in the divorce proceeding.
That's a good point. If it is, go, Wendy, go.
You better go, girl. Which is why, because we haven't seen anything from a podcast yet. She mentioned it, but it stopped. We haven't talked about it. We haven't talked about it since, and there's been no mention of her.
No, and she needs to get herself together too, because I don't think she's clean. And then this guy is nothing but a gold digger.
Yeah. Well, there is rumor that Wendy is held up in her New York penthouse, and that she is getting the help that she needs, and she's been doing that for the past couple of months. So hopefully we'll see some type of reemergence from her and growth from her. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be happening with her.
Wendy needs to move in Iyanla and Dr. Phil. If it ain't them two, I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, not today, Kevin.
That's just dumb. That's just dumb. It's embarrassing.
It is.
But when did men get like this? Because Sherry Shepherd's husband.
Sherry Shepherd, yep.
And then Kendu did it with Mary J. and this clown.
Yep. And then also, no, you said Mary J. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think
Kendu's alimony has stopped as well.
Good.
Oh.
Good. Wait, is that allegedly?
Well, I said allegedly.
Okay, allegedly, yes.
Okay, good.
I hope it's true.
I hope so
too.
Because Kendu got on my last ever loving nerve.
How you sitting at home collecting $35,000 a month from a woman?
These guys don't mind. They do not mind.
They don't.
And if they can find a woman willing to pay them, that's just all the better.
Now, if you're going to work towards the growth of that particular brand, like for example, I do believe that Kevin really helped Wendy, get bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But after a while, if you know that she's going through a lot of trouble and she's going through a lot of problems, you ask, and then you cheated on her, allegedly. You cheated on her and you left her. That's
allegedly,
your problem.
He has a whole baby. What do you mean allegedly? He has a whole baby.
We don't know if it happened when or after, during their relationship. We don't know. So I have to say allegedly for safety reasons.
Yeah, and I have thoughts about that. There has been a whole lot of talk out there. They had an open situation all this time.
Allegedly.
As I said, talk. That's all talk.
Right, allegedly. But now allegedly. But Kevin has been, allegedly, cheating for years, because I remember when this woman interviewed Wendy and asked her about him having a trans woman on the side. Baby, and he came out of nowhere. We're not going to talk about that. And Wendy just sat there looking scared. And Wendy looking like, how you? And Wendy wanted to ask her, how'd you find out about that? I guess.
Baby.
Yeah, this marriage was not a traditional marriage. That was not a traditional marriage at all. And we know that. But I think that the common couple, or the male-female couple, is like, oh, this poor woman got cheated on. I think she knew everything that was going on.
I know that's right. You gotta watch.
Yep.
Sean get a prenup. I'm on the fence about prenups.
I'm not. I think if you both come, see, I talked to an attorney about this, and I asked him, I was like, do you think that prenups are required, and he said absolutely. And the reason why is because you are going into a situation where you don't know what's going to happen, and prenups are not necessarily saying that you're gonna get this person, or you're gonna, because when you're working on a prenup, you are in a love stage. You are you both are in a collaboration mode. If you guys decide to get a divorce, you are angry, you are ticked off, there's emotions and all stuff, whatever. So do stuff ahead of time to set it up. It's like what I always tell my clients: prior planning prevents potential problems. And so if you set that up ahead of time, and prenups are also not just for divorces. They're also if you happen to it's like almost like a will too. You can utilize that as a will. And so if you get divorced, or if something happens where you are the other person is dying or died or just happens to leave, whatever the situation, it goes missing or whatever, prenups help with that stuff to release access to the other person's funds. So you can, if you do all of that ahead of time to make sure that you're okay and they're okay and everybody's copacetic at the end, I think that's a smart thing to do. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, I guess, the romantic side of me is looking at this is like we're planning for our divorce. So when we get divorced, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
That's how I always look at prenups. And I'm like, but I always ask the question, what happened to love in relationships and marriages? Like, is it gone? Because everyone keeps saying marriage is a business only.
Yep. Well, that's ancient marriage. Ancient marriage wasn't romantic. She was property of the man. And the father paid him, take this woman, take my daughter, here's some coin, and now she's your property. So that was ancient marriage. It was never about love. It was an arrangement. And like marriage nowadays, we decide who we want to be with, and then there's so many other options out there that a lot of guys, a lot of girls find it hard to stay committed to who they with, because they're like, well, if this is over, already got somebody on deck.
But I think when people go out and play, I think there's a lack of self-control. I mean, we all see something that catches our eye. But what happens? I'm like, what happened to commitment? Well, Sean Kenzie said, well, your financial advisor. Well, honey, we're all not billionaires like you are.
No, but you're so funny. But I agree with Sean. He says, I work too hard to lose my money. My financial advisor recommended one to me. And honestly, financial advisors, you don't have to have like a CPA. You can actually talk to your own bank representative. They can work with you on through it. But I do think that, and St. James says these folks are freaks in the industry. Open relationships are running rampant. That's very true. Yes. We see it on Real Housewives of Potomac, allegedly. Volvo to love, your husband or a wife should never be your manager. I don't know, because it worked out.
That's what you can trust. I don't know.
Yeah, because it worked out for The Rock.
I agree that no, it didn't work out for The Rock. He's divorced from his manager.
But she's still his manager.
Yeah, she is.
But they were married. They couldn't do both. That's his point. And I get that because sometimes people you talking about business, and then you get into bed, want to talk about something else, and then business still comes up.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy. Todd is Candy's manager.
But they're unicorns. They're unicorns. Look at Tamar and Vince. Okay, look at The Rock and his first wife.
Well,
look at Mary J. Blige and that piece of crap she married.
I also think
she made him her manager after her sister stole that money from her. Then she went back to her sister, but I didn't understand that move. But okay,
that was weird. But I do think that people need to realize what a manager's place is, and I agree. I don't think that somebody that you're that close to, that you're sleeping with, should be your manager. You can be a business partner with someone, but a manager, that's a completely different realm.
But I think if I can't trust my spouse, then who can I trust?
Well, it's not even about that. It's about making sure that you have that line of communicate, or that line of communication, or those lines drawn in those boundaries.
Monique and Sydney working out. Monique and Sydney work out.
Yeah, they are working out. That is such a unicorn situation though, because with a manager, you get rough with your manager, and your manager sometimes get rough with you.
Yes.
Then you're supposed to take that hat off and be like, "Hey, baby, I want to go on a date," and it's like,
this is our business side and this is our home side,
and everybody can't do that.
Well,
because you be pissed with your manager when you're trying to touch your booty, and you like,
right?
Well, you can't blur you can't blur the lines. Yeah, you can't blur.
But that's what, and that's what I think that some people can, and like we said, the unicorns, like with Todd and Candy, and Monique and her husband. I think those are really specific situations and unique situations. But like I said, I think that there's a major difference between like working as business partners or working on a particular project together or working in the same field together. That's different than being a manager. A manager has to be able to be objective with you and tell you how you are, and they have to be your work husband or work wife. And that's what a manager has to be.
But once again, if I cannot trust my spouse, because you gotta have, like Monique said, you have to have someone who has your best interest.
Yeah. And that's true. But so let me ask you something. Alexa, cancel. She all about business. Anyway, so one of the things that I look at is, so for example, if you and I were married, Kyrie, and I was your manager, and all of a sudden I see you spending too much money, and we gave you a budget of $100,000, and you're spending $200,000 a week on stuff or whatever, and I have to come to you and be like, "Hey, girl, you can't be spending all that stuff," and we get into an argument. Well, it's my money. I work hard. I be singing on tours and all the stuff, whatever. It's my job as your manager to yell at you about that. But even and then if you come back at me, well, I used the extra $100,000 to buy you a car, you didn't have a problem with it. We've now blurred the lines.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then you're supposed to want to go on a romantic getaway after that conversation? Nope.
Right.
But see, because that's if you're taking it personally, because this is our business side, and what's good for the business is good for the business.
But what you're describing, Kyrie, is business partners.
Yeah,
that's very different from a manager. A manager has to be on.
A manager has to be on your butt. I get that
at all times.
Yes, and
when you sleep with your manager, that's blurring the lines.
See, I still think your manager should be someone that has your best interests at heart. Monique, I believe.
Well, go ahead and sleep with your manager, Kyrie, and let me know how it works out for you, girl.
Okay.
We wish you the best of luck, Kyrie. Okay.
Why we're gonna be just like we're gonna be like Candy and Todd.
Yeah.
It's gonna work out.
Okay. All right, you do it. That's right.
John Kingsley says it's their fiduciary responsibility, and it's a conflict of interest. I agree.
If you're married, how is it a conflict of interest if you're married?
It's a conflict of interest because, well, first of all, it's already a conflict of interest if you're working with a spouse or a girlfriend or intimate partner. If you work together, it's already a conflict of interest because there's for example, if you were working for me and say you were my assistant or you were working in some capacity for Pyro, and we were together, that's a conflict of interest because of the fact that like especially if you're in the same department as me, it's usually in corporate lines as far as HR is concerned. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, because I know he's the HR guru. But it's usually if it's the same chain of command. So there usually has to be somebody else that like if you were my direct report in the HR world, we call it fraternization. Yes, but I know that some situations, like the whole reason why the TJ Holmes and Amy Robach issue went left is because of the fact that they were on the same. I believe they were on the same.
They were married. They went against the moral clauses of ABC.
I know ABC ain't talking about moral clauses, but yes, they were.
Yes, Dominic, let's be real.
They're the same department. They're co-workers, and that is a conflict of interest. But I have worked with married couples before who worked in the same company. They just worked in different divisions and reported to different people.
Yes, right. And that's usually how you get away with stuff.
Yeah,
is to make sure that they're that you're either not the direct report of that person, because if say I'm the CEO and I come to you and I say to you, I need you to yell at your wife for whatever reason. Because they didn't do something right. I need you to discipline them. That's going to cause you and your family and your household some tension. And
you say yell because there's a way to do it. You say yell at your wife. Well, no, I don't want to yell at her.
I mean, okay, discipline them, write them up, whatever the situation is, however corporate language you want to, do it, whatever. You're still going to feel some type of way if your man comes to you and writes you up.
But that's different. I think that's different than being a manager, because I don't see the conflict of interest if you're married. Now, it ain't like I would have some piece of trade be my man. I make this trade on Thursday, and then come next Tuesday, can you be my business manager? No, this is somebody we're married to.
But oftentimes that's what's happening, Kyrie. Oftentimes that is what's happening. Wendy did it.
But she met Kit. Well, she did.
And that's why she's in where she's at right now. Yep. So, not today, Kevin. Get a job, honey.
Yeah, Walmart is hiring. Saying they got Pat Houston. Walmart hiring.
Yeah, go get some more clients. I don't understand. If he's worked with Wendy and helped in her career, why can't he work with other people? I don't understand.
Because he's probably been blacklisted.
I said that about Kendu.
Okay.
Yes,
exactly.
Let's move on. Are you robbing the cradle, Leo? Are you robbing the cradle, girl? What's going on here?
Man. This dude is my age. He's gross.
So, Leonardo DiCaprio has been trolled online after sparking romance rumors with a 19-year-old model. But insiders tells Page 6 that they're not even an item. The Titanic star 48 was photographed with model Eden Polani sitting next to each other at a music event and sparking the unconfirmed dating rumors. But an insider told us of any purported romance, there is zero truth to this. He was seated next to Polani at a music party along with many other people. The source said a photo made it seem like they were together, but it's just silly. Leo clearly can't be dating every single person that he's in a room with. The duo both attended Ebony Riley's release party for her new EP over the Grammy weekend. Either way, the star, who's known for dating younger models, was dragged on Twitter. Leo DiCaprio's girlfriend is so young, her high school experience was interrupted by COVID-19. Huffed. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I think, but here's my thing. They're making him out to be news, and he's known for dating younger women, and like once they become a certain age, I think it's like 25, 26, that's the word on the street, then he dumps them and go get someone younger.
Right.
Once you're too old.
Yeah, it's
see, this is my thing. This is why I put this in here, because this is news. When it's a black actor or entertainer who does this, it's predatory.
Right. When he does it, it's sexy.
Right.
It's gross, is what it is.
I said 19. I said, damn.
That's gross. And what does he have? I wish I could be a fly on the wall at one of his therapy sessions when he goes through why he doesn't like women. What is his obsession with little girls?
Yeah, I think it's a little suspect. Because I mean, he dated Rihanna. He dated a couple of people who were
Rihanna.
They were together.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
They dated. They weren't like an item or anything like.
Well, it doesn't matter. She came on back to black men.
Listen. But the thing that I have an issue with is like first of all what you said, Kyrie, but also it just seems where there's smoke, there's fire, and I just feel like there's been a lot over the past 15 years of situations like this where it seems like I kind of side eye you, Leo. Like, what are you doing? So get it together, Leonardo. I don't know what's going on, but it's a little weird.
Well, I said allegedly, but that's been his reputation for quite a few years. Once they get a certain age, he dump them.
He's like the new Jack Nicholson.
Oh God!
Right.
Remember Jack Nicholson used to be like that, Kyrie? Yep.
Yeah.
Volvo to Love says childhood actors, baby
Loaded with problems.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for joining. Appreciate
I think Kim Fields is the only one that's sane.
Right?
All right, you guys, let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back because we want to talk some more. We got a lot of mess going on. We got Orlando Brown, we got Robin Dixon and her behind, and so much more. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
I'm sick of Robin.
Demand. Thank you guys for joining. If you are just tuning in, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, we're going to continue. We're joined by Just Dominic. Just Dominic.
Hello, everybody.
Can you take your mic down just a little bit? You're breathing.
A little bit. Every time I adjust this mic, it always wants to go. I hate that.
It's all good. It's all good. Sorry. No, you're fine. All right, we're going to get right back on into it. And up next, Mr. Brown, calm down, sir. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Well,
former Disney Channel star Orlando Brown is set to undergo a mental evaluation following his December arrest. Brown's lawyer filed court documents requesting an assessment to see if the troubled actor, who starred as Eddie Thomas in That's a Raven, is competent to stand trial, TMZ reported on Tuesday. Brown, 35, was busted in Ohio on December 2nd and charged with aggravated menacing, a first-degree misdemeanor. While the Los Angeles native pleaded not guilty, the outlet noted that results of the mental evaluation may sway his plea by reason of insanity. Thoughts?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he looks off. There's something off in his eyes, unfortunately. And Kyrie, what do you think? Is it drugs? Do you think that's what set him off?
I mean, I think it's drugs, but I also believe whatever they did to him in Hollywood, because that's a lot of these child actors, they have issues.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know what happened. I believe that some of the stuff he says, he's a little out there, and I believe some of it. But it could all be true. I don't know. But he could be, I mean, what was the young man, Corey Feldman, that was him? The way he makes it sound like he may have been like that. I hope that's not the case, but Hollywood is out there.
It's a beast.
It's definitely a rough situation, especially when you're in the limelight like that. But I definitely think that it's a culmination of things. I think that a lot of what Orlando has said about things that have happened to him, things that he has done and worked with celebrities, I think a lot of it airs on the side of truth, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But because of how Hollywood is, he's been ostracized. He's been in a different route. And I'm not negating the fact that he may be a little crazy. And and what I mean by crazy. Yeah, but I do think that there's been some issues that he has gone through and some things that he has done, whether it be drugs or what have you, and it's a culmination of things. So I definitely think that his attorneys requesting a mental evaluation is needed, because he may not need jail. He may need
I don't think he needs jail. I think he needs help.
Kyrie, you brought up a really good point. Remember both Corys in Hollywood, Feldman and Haynes?
Uh-huh.
All the crazy stuff they did, they looked crazy. They were on drugs. They did but it was the industry that made.
And they talked. One of them talked about how the other one was being passed around.
Yes.
On the inside.
Yes.
I hope that happened. But see, now as far as Kim Fields, the difference between her and these other actors, Kim Fields, Raven-Symoné, and Keisha Pulliam, their parents were right there.
Right there.
So you can't do nothing. And like Brandy, her mama was right there.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
a lot of these other kids stars, their parents just go to work. Like Lindsay Lohan, her mom was
Raven-Symoné's parents were there too.
Right, Raven-Symoné and
but also I think what set Raven-Symoné apart also is, in addition to her parents, she was also surrounded by Black love. Like that cast was very close. The Cosby Show cast was very close to them. It was like a village. They were watching.
And people talk about Bill Cosby, but Bill Cosby helped.
He looked out.
He
sure did.
Helped them
he looked out
with
for
their
them.
money. Told them how to plant their money. That's why they all are still making money.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, and I'm not condoning what he did, but at the end of the day, he looked out for his cast and he looked out for his own. So
absolutely,
I don't think that Orlando had the same experience as Raven or any a lot of the other cast members.
And he never talks about his parents, but he never talks about his parents.
No, so no protection, just abandonment. Rochelle makes a good point. Mental health issues and drugs are not a good mix.
No,
that is the truth.
But a lot of people tend to self-medicate.
Yes, and in Hollywood, I'm sure we all know this, that it is thrown at you. Drugs are thrown at you.
Yes.
I don't care what industry you're, even in the gospel industry, drugs are thrown at you. Talk to Marvin Sapp.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Because it's whatever you want.
That's right.
Well, we're going to be praying for you, brother. We hope, just stay off social media. Work with whoever you need to work with your mental health, because mental health is super important, especially for Black men. So we just gonna pray for you, brother. Hope we wish you the best. All right, girl.
Robin the Liar Dixon.
I'm leaving. I don't even want to talk about this. I'm leaving.
She's trying to keep her head above water. She's got her head above water, for the storyline, and
it's so
finally
stressful.
After 7 seasons, she finally has a storyline.
Well, she has the same storyline. We're getting married. We're getting married. That's been the whole thing since she's been there. We're getting married. Child, that man don't want you.
No, he don't want her.
And I believe that woman when she said Juan told her our relationship was for TV. I've always said that.
Yes.
And I believe that.
Well, their body language always reads that their relationship is for TV. They never.
I do believe she loves him.
No, she don't.
You don't think so? I do.
No, their body language does not read love. It reads roommates. We are friends.
Wait, hold on. Wait, before we get, because I am very interested.
She don't love him.
She don't. I don't think so either. But,
I do.
I don't. But it looks like Juan Dixon's alleged mistress is speaking out and telling her side of the story. During a recent interview with reality TV commentator Giorgio Says, the unidentified woman revealed quite a bit of information concerning her alleged affair with the Real Housewives of Potomac star Juan Dixon. Much of her commentary was in response to Robin Dixon's recent Watch What Happens live interview with Andy Cohen, which was a hot mess.
I saw the mistress interview.
Mm-hmm. During her latest interview, the alleged mistress began by slamming Robin Dixon's allegations that she flew to Maryland to see a different man and claimed she only came to see Juan. She also shares they were talking for a year before her visit took place.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Sounds right.
I believe the lady.
I sure do.
I believe the lady. But Juan, I've always said Juan doesn't like her.
No, and she don't like Juan because this season, notice when they were on the trip, Kyrie, she was all feeling on that guy. I don't think people heard her say in her confessional that, I didn't put that infidelity clause in my prenup because I may want to get down.
Oh,
that's what Robin said.
Oh,
so when she said all that, I believe you, Robin. I believe.
I missed that, but I believe. Okay,
look at it again. Well, that's what she said.
I think she may want to get down because he had been getting down since the jump, and she probably,
I think that's been the arrangement personally. Look, let's just go and get this check. You get who you want. I will get who I want. We'll do it discreetly. Like a lot of different Hollywood couples.
I was they Hollywood. You ain't gotta be. It's a couple like that here in Cincinnati.
Right.
Oh my God! I just first of all,
Robin was on an interview with Andy. I also did not believe her when Andy asked her. So is this the same woman Karen was talking about? She's an absolutely nice, a different woman. But girl, you look even more dumb.
So I agree with Volvo when she says, when they say this story was crafted to cover up the Coppin estate issue. I agree. And I have a major problem. And I talked about it last day. We actually, Kyrie and I talked about it last night on Kwame Speaks. I had a major problem with the interview with Andy Cohen and Robina Dixon on Watch What Happens Live, because I said to y'all, it's either one of two things. She either believes everything that she's saying and she has serious mental issues, or she thinks that we boo-boo the fool. And I'm just not here with it. I'm not here for it. Either way, I'm not here for it.
I think there's a third option.
Oh.
I think Robin and Juan was playing around with this girl.
Ooh.
Because that happens a lot. Threesomes.
It does. Plot twist.
Let's bring in some little PYT and let's play with her. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, she does give me. She likes kitty cat.
Yes, to me too. Yeah,
she gives me that.
I pick up them vibes. And if Juan is a player, she's a player. Why not play together?
Now I think her and her best friend have tinkered around.
Would it be interesting if she said, Jizzy, Juan likes you. Why don't you come over and I
don't know about that. But now I have some
I wouldn't be surprised about that.
I have some inside tea about her best friend.
Allegedly.
So I said that. Okay, I'll say allegedly because it's Pyro Power Hour.
Hey, bumping pocketbooks is a thing.
When this girl was in college and she was pledging, not when she pledged the girls in her sorority, she had one of them taste her box.
Allegedly,
child. Anyway, allegedly made the girl taste her box. You know how they do stuff when you're pledging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's what she did to pledge. I said, oh, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I said, well, that's why I get the vibe that her and Robin have tinkered.
Yeah.
She does it with Sean, masculine energy.
That's funny. Well, they admitted to traveling and sleeping in the same bed together.
Well, they're just friends. That's what friends do.
Yeah, friends do that when you're rich and you can get a room of your own. Why don't you just stay in my yeah, right.
Oh, just Dominic, you messy.
Well, I'm here to tell the
What
truth.
they doing saving money. They're saving coins.
They need to do that podcast. They do it too well. Anyway, so let's move on. Because speaking of reality TV, my God, on today, did y'all watch?
Is he running or what?
Did you watch the State of the Union last night?
I didn't. I was on Kwame Speaks.
Yeah, it was on at the same time, and I was watching you guys. I saw highlights. I saw Mother Kamala. She got up several times.
Several times.
Is that that's the what's her name, Mallory?
Yeah, that white trash woman.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. So I don't even know what to say about last night. Like, this country is so far. Oh God, I'm just aggravated. This is crazy. I don't understand how we've come to this level. And what's shocking to me, I did not watch. I was watching Kwame Speaks. I appreciate the support. Thank you. I really did. I'm glad that.
That's right.
I'm glad that Kwame Speaks is more entertaining than State of Union. I appreciate it. But I do think that we have a problem. Houston, United States, we have a problem. Because I definitely think that this is not a good look for the United States. We look chaotic. We've been looked chaotic. And at the end of the day, regardless of what's going on internally with this country, we're still Americans, and we need to have a certain level of decorum.
Are we?
When it comes to, well, I mean,
do we? Because there are two thoughts: that these white trash folks are the real Americans. This is their country, and we're just the help.
Dominic came through with this, like,
and we are just the help. Listen, I have talked to plenty of white folks, co-workers. I'm degreed, they degreed up. We both work together, and they feel like they are the Americans, and we are just here. We're here to help.
Do some research. We are the Americans.
We are the Americans, correct? But you hear them, my forefathers, blah blah blah. They're racist. They're liars. They never say those things,
right?
But this country, they believe, is theirs. Yes.
Yeah. Your forefathers stole the land,
Mm.
But you know what? Now, this is just me, and this is just the thought. This is the thoughts of Kyrie Minaj. Do not blame just Dominic or Kwame. I don't see a difference between Democrats and Republicans. I just don't.
So, I do, but I also, I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this. White supremacy is white supremacy, whether it's in blue or red or purple or green or gold. White supremacy is white supremacy. And there's white supremacy in every party, in my personal opinion. There's white supremacy all throughout this government. This government was built on white supremacy. This country was built on white supremacy. And that's just what it is. And we now are seeing incarnations of a new wave of white supremacy because of the fact that we have been lax. We got real comfortable during the Obama era. I really believe that. I think we got real comfortable. And I don't think that we should have. But at the end of the day, because it was like, oh, well, we got a black president now. We're good. Everything's good. No, honey, we had a lot to do.
Yeah.
A lot to do. Yeah. And we still have a lot to do.
Yeah. And voting for the midterms while he was in office fell to a low. Yes. Because we just thought he's going to take care of it all. It's all right. We don't have to vote during the midterm elections, which was a huge mistake because we would have been further along. Some of the promises that Obama made, he could not fulfill because we didn't back him up as a people.
This girl off the screen. I'm sorry, I couldn't see her. She gets
I want to see that woman. But yeah, so I don't know. And being I served our country, I was in the military, as in the Air Force.
Same.
So I have a different take on being a proud American.
Yeah, Sean.
But yet in the Air Force, I was constantly bombarded by the white agenda.
Yep.
My country, you're here to serve us. Da 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 da. When we broke that stuff down, I can't tell you on TV what we did to some of them guys who said stuff like that. But they stopped saying stuff like that very quickly.
Did.
I would love to hear it.
We'll talk about it offline.
Not tell you on here, but yes.
Right. I would love to hear it.
Now I will say this. One of the things that I because as Sean Kingsley said, he says, like just Dominic, I watched the political pundits this morning discuss the State of the Union address, and so did I, because I was again the Kwame speaks, excuse me. Sean Kingsley also says it's the Southern strategy playbook all over again. Absolutely.
Yep.
But what I found interesting was people were talking about they heckled the Republicans heckled President Biden so harshly, and we've never had that before. Did anybody forget what happened when they heckled Obama?
And he clapped back.
And he clapped back. He did.
What president was that got a shoe thrown at his head?
Bush.
Yeah.
Oh.
W. Yes.
Baby.
Yes. I forgot about that. He dug. Remember his
Yeah, he was right into he's a whoo. Hey. Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we've been going through this for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. Since the 2000 election, when Gore got the presidency stolen from him, the presidency stolen from him by Bush, we ain't never been right since then.
Well, all right. Well, enough of these people. Good luck, y'all, and hopefully we can get this stuff together. But,
so it's Biden, because he was supposed to announce that he was running. And is he running? And is he running with Kamala?
I don't think he made an announcement yet.
Oh, I haven't heard.
Yeah, I don't, and I don't think it's appropriate to make an announcement at the State of the Union like that. He probably may announce it in the next couple of months, but I don't know. It's usually a way. The State of the Union is first of all, it's his duty to do that.
Progress report.
It's a progress report.
Right.
It's a report card, and he's supposed to announce to the country and to the Congress what he's been doing and his accomplishments during his term. But it's not really a time for him to kind of vie for.
I think the news were saying he was going to announce it.
There's rumors about it, but I don't think he. Yeah, Sean King says he's alluded to it. Yeah,
Child, if you don't sit down somewhere, Uncle Joe.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't. That's a whole nother conversation. I just don't have the energy for the governor right now.
I prefer him over that DeSantis or.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't prefer anybody over this, but I'm just saying. But sometimes Joe, right now, I think Joe needs to pass it to someone else because Joe gets so confused. He don't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his ass some days.
Yeah.
Let's move on because we running out of time. All right, so today, as you know, it is Black History Month, and we are talking about on each episode a relevant, amazing king or queen or anybody in between Black history person. And today, I have chosen one of my superheroes, Alvin Ailey. Alvin Ailey was born on January 5th. Because he's a Capricorn, shout out. I was born on January 5th, 1931 in Rogers, Texas. His experiences of life in the rural South would later inspire some of his most memorable works. He was introduced to dance in Los Angeles by performances of the Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo and the Catherine Dunham Dance Company. Shout out to Catherine Dunham, another one of my dance heroes. In his formal dance training began with the introduction to Lester Horton's classes by his friend Carmen de Lavalade. Sorry. Horton, the founder of one of the first racially integrated dance companies in the United States, became a mentor for Mr. Ailey as he embarked on his professional career. After Horton's death in 1953, Mr. Ailey became director of the Lester Horton Dance Theater and began to choreograph his own works and began to in the 1950s and 60s. Mr. Ailey performed in 4 Broadway shows, including House of Flowers and Jamaica. In 1958, he founded the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater to carry out his vision of a company dedicated to enriching the American modern dance heritage and preserving the uniqueness of the African American cultural experience. He established the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, now the Alvin Ailey American Dance Center. Shout out to my alma mater. Now the Ailey School in 1969, and formed the Alvin Ailey, he formed the Alvin Ailey Repertory Ensemble, now Ailey 2, another one of my alma maters. In 1974, Mr. Ailey was a pioneer of programs promoting arts in education, particularly those benefiting underserved communities. Throughout his lifetime, he was awarded numerous distinctions, including the Kennedy Center Honor in 1988 in recognition of his extraordinary contribution to American culture. In 2014, he posthumously received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the country's highest civilian honor, in recognition of his contributions and commitment to civil rights and dance in America. When Mr. Ailey died on December 1st, 1989, the New York Times said of him, "You didn't need to have known him personally to have been touched by his humanity, enthusiasm, and exuberance, and his courageous stand for multiracial brotherhood." Shout out to Alvin Ailey. What a man. My God. Yes, Sean Kingsley, the GOAT. The GOAT. Okay, he is the greatest of all time. He is literally my dance hero. I used to go to school and was taught at the Ailey School before it was, well, now it's called the Ailey School at the time. But he is literally, and this is one of the revelations, actually, one of his biggest dance pieces. So shout out to Alvin Ailey, and making a huge mark on dancers, for Black dancers, making a huge mark for just Black dance in and of itself. And he has literally brought Black dancers into the realm of the ballet world and the contemporary modern world. And now today, Alvin Ailey and the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater is a kind of a prestigious, is a prestigious dance foundation within the world. So shout out to Alvin Ailey and all of you've done. We honor you this Black History Month. Did we miss anything, my brothers?
Not that I know of.
All right. Well, we're not going to take another commercial break. We're going to go right into what's on the screen. Okay. Now, Mother talked about this show. I think last Friday at Thais After Dark. Now, I haven't watched it yet, but everybody keeps telling me about the reading. Okay.
So the reading.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the Lee Daniels and Monique.
Yeah. So the character Emma Leeden, played by Monique, details the loss of her family in her new book, Invasion. To generate press, she agrees to a stage reading by Sky Brown in her fortified home. But Sky's spiritual connection is real, and evil emerges in a house they can't get out of. So, what have you heard about it, Kyrie?
I heard it was good, and I heard it was not good. What did Mother say?
Well, I haven't heard what Mother said about it, because I don't. I know on Friday, Mother said that they were gonna watch it after Thais After Dark.
Okay.
But I have not. I was supposed to watch it that weekend or this past weekend too, but I never got a chance to because I got caught up with a bunch of other shows.
You were watching WeHo. The real gaze of WeHo.
That's Kyrie's fault. And I only watched one episode. That's all I could take.
I also watched the pilot episode, and I was like,
no, it's too much.
I am so overfed with Robin Dixon and all that drama that I'm gonna have to come back a little bit later.
I wanted to see it for Curtis, but
Curtis.
So Rochelle says Ty said it was good and Monique did a great job. Yeah, I'm hearing that too. Sean says I don't know about this one.
Well, wait a minute. I want to talk to Thais, because Thais was just saying how you open up portals. This would be opening up. It looked like open up a portal.
Well, I mean, this is a movie. I think you open up portals when you're actually trying to do that stuff.
But you're acting, it's still like The Exorcist. That was I wouldn't have done that.
Well.
Yeah, there are portals. Yeah, because you have to give yourself to the character too, to make it realistic.
Right.
Don't play around with stuff like that, y'all. That's not a joke.
I don't.
Not today. Not today, Satan. Not ever. Okay? I'm not playing those games. That's not gonna happen.
Not today, Satan. Not today, neck. Not today, ankles. We don't have it.
At all. We're not doing that. The blood.
The blood of her. Love Candace.
Like her. It really made me like her this season.
Yes. In the Monique season, I was ready for her to go.
Oh, I wanted Monique to drag her across that table.
Yeah, we talked about that last night.
Seriously, but now I'm just like, Candace is everything. I'm like, girl.
All right, guys. So we're not, like I said, we're running out of time, so I'm not going to go ahead and go into commercial. So let's go into today's discussion. So
what we talking about?
Today, I pose a question: do you believe in second chances? Can Robin get a second chance? Can Monique Samuels give Candace a second chance? Do you give your exes a second chance? What's going on? Do you believe in second chances?
Depends on the situation.
It depends. Yes.
It depends.
I do believe in second chances, but not for everybody. It, like you say, it's a case by case situation. Case by case.
What about forgiveness?
Forgiveness does not require chances. I can forgive you
and move on, right?
And move on.
I can forgive you and still say have a nice life.
That's right.
We don't ever have to talk ever again. Okay? We don't ever have to talk in life, girl.
No.
Right.
But I forgive you.
That'd be my line right there. I'm good.
What do you guys think in the comments? Do you guys believe in second chances? What are your thoughts on it? Let us know.
I feel like if you are a person that has honor and it's proven that you're a person of integrity and you just messed up, then a second chance, yeah, you may deserve that. But if you are a person who's constantly lying, you have no honor, your word is good as paper, I mean,
yeah.
Why give a second chance to somebody who ain't about nothing?
Now, I rarely give them. Rarely.
So, Kyrie, let me ask you a question. Because I had gotten something in the inboxes yesterday on my tickety talks, okay? And so they were like, I need you to do a TikTok on this, but make it anonymous. Well, I'm doing it on Pyro Power Hour, so I hope you watch and grow. All right, so this person, I'm going to change their gender. I just messed it all up. So, this person was dating someone, and then they broke up, and now this person is coming back and saying, "Oh, I want to have a new chance. I want to, come back together." There was no cheating or nothing. There was nothing horrible about them, but they are coming back and they're saying they want to start something anew. What do you do in that case?
It would depend on why we broke up and how I felt in that situation. Have I outgrown you? Have you grown up? Have we, how are we now? So
that's what the person said. They said that they have grown up a little, or they're focusing on it, they've made some changes and all that stuff, whatever. I personally, I don't get back with exes. That's just me. But I've had some horrible exes. So
I agree. I mean, I'm not going to say that I've had horrible exes.
Yeah,
I'm going to say I've had all good exes. I picked a lot of good people. It just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't work out for whatever the reason is. And I believe that second chances, third, fourth, fifth chances were given in my relationships before the cutoff happened. Mm-hmm. So, it's just that we know what we know. So let's not make the same mistake again.
Right. Yeah. So if this person has grown and moved on, then I would say move on. I mean, but then again, you've heard of couples come back together like 25 years later.
Well, look at J-Lo. Look at J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
Look at Nene and Greg.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That's actually a real good one. I didn't think about that one. You better come on with the Real Housewives.
So I mean, you look at but then again, look at Juan and Robin.
Yeah, right.
So it depends on the individual.
Yeah,
that's my me. It depends on the individual.
Well, all right, you guys. It's been fun. It's been real. We want to thank
What did you say? What did you say?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said I'll talk about it on either Power or do a TikTok on it.
Right, but I mean, would you go back if you were this person, or would you?
Based off of what they told me, I probably would, because that person, you know, what they told me, based off of what they said, there was not a lot of issues. It was just, you know, growing issues. Oftentimes, I look at relationships now differently than I did back when I was younger, only because like I was very hard at, you know, making the cutoff. Once we were exes, that was it. We don't need to, you know. But there was a lot of hurt in those times, and the reasons why we broke up was very hurtful. Whether it be cheating, whether it be, you know, physical or whatever the situation was, it was just really, you know, negative breakups. But I've grown, and I think that relationships take, and getting to know someone takes time, and oftentimes, you know, when you're ready to give up or ready to leave on something, oftentimes you see the best in someone, or the best comes out of someone, and I think it motivates them to want to do better, and I think that that's honorable, and I think that should be considered. That's just me personally. But I also think that if they still going on this, they still driving the same car, girl, you gotta get out of it if it's not working. If it's going down the rickety road and you're still bumping and thumping, that's a problem. So, but you know, like you guys said, it's a case by case basis. I don't think it's a hard no, because look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. You know, I don't know how you cheat on Beyonce. No, I don't know how you cheat on Beyonce. No, it's like I just don't get that.
That's a totally different show. Because I was gonna say monogamy is a choice; it's not natural.
Right, that's true.
Right.
So people just need, especially men, need to have an honest conversation with their mate. You know, hey, I'm not into monogamy, but they're scared to go because you know you got somebody good. So,
but it's not about monogamy. It's about a commitment. Whether you're in, I'm not even talking about monogamy, because we talked about this in a previous show. It's about commitment. Whatever you agree to on that commitment is what you agree to. Whether you're in a throuple, whether you're in, you know, a monogamous relationship, whatever you both decide, or 3 or 4 or 10 that have decided what your situation is going to be, you have to be committed to that situation. And I think that whatever the agreement is, and I think that, you know, he didn't do that. So,
but people need to be honest. But I believe she knew what she had going in.
Well,
that is me.
Did she? Because I think he's grown. He's not the same person.
But when he got with her, he was allegedly with Emil. So you know what she had going in.
Allegedly. But at the same time, I know I'm saying it, but at the same time, he's not the same Jay-Z that he was when he first met her.
Absolutely not.
I think that they both have really leveled up each other. And that goes with all long-lasting relationships, even with Angela Bassett and her husband. Like, they leveled up each other. They talked about it. Even Obama and Michelle. Michelle was just talking about I thought it was a phenomenal conversation that they had. I forget the interview that she was on. But she was talking about her relationship and what, you know, how she feels, what makes a successful relationship, and all this stuff, whatever. She was talking about, oftentimes people think that you're supposed to give 100, or it's supposed to be 50-50, or it's supposed to be 100, or whatever the situation is, whatever these things that people have in their heads that's what a relationship is. Oftentimes, your partner may need to be at 40% and you need to be at 60. Another time, you may be at 20% and they need to be at 80. That's just the way relationships need to be, or have to be at that time, depending on what you're going through and the ebbs and flows of a relationship, or the journey of a relationship.
I agree with that.
So, I don't know. I think people, especially my generation and younger, I definitely see you know, I'm gonna swipe left when I'm done, you know, or when I have a bump in the road, you know, and
that's every generation. My generation is good for that.
You said it.
Dominic, are you on mute?
Are you muted?
Oops, sorry. I'm so sorry. I said nothing is new under the sun when it comes to sex. Nothing.
It's not about sex.
It's not about generation. No, I'm talking about the dynamics in relationships. Mm-hmm. There's nothing new here. We've been doing the same crap since we've been walking around the garden. I believe.
Yes. I know that's right.
There's only X amount of ways to have sex. There's only X amount of ways to cheat. There's only X amount of ways to do all that kind of stuff. It's been going on. And in regards to Beyonce and Jay-Z, you know, there are a lot of speculation and rumors out there that is a business arrangement.
That's here nor there. That's allegedly. We're not.
And we don't know if that's true or not because sometimes that is the way it works.
Yeah.
Right, because there are rumors about her also.
Allegedly. Okay.
I said rumors. Jay, you need to
we're just saying rumors. We're not trying to go into all of that.
Listen, as quickly as Tasha K went down, I'm not trying to have that happen to Pyro Power. That's why
no. We said allegedly.
And I'm going to continue to say it. I'm going to say it over and over. So they can't cut out. Listen,
we're talking about what's been made public.
It's already been out there, yeah.
I'm not even giving my opinion because I don't know. I'm just saying it could be.
Yes. All right. Well, before we go, we want to make sure we give Just Dominic an opportunity to talk about his album, his EP, and his single that's out right now. So let us know where we can find all your stuff and what's going on.
All right. Well, everyone, my new single and the remix can be downloaded. It's available on all streaming platforms. So iTunes, YouTube, everything you can think of, that single is available on. So please check it out. And the album itself, it is launching this little new EP, a 5-track EP that is a lot of fun. And I worked with it. All of the music on this EP was co-produced by a guy named Alex, who toured with Drake. He's a fantastic musician. And our chemistry together was just electric. It was so much fun. And I am super excited to share this message of love. It's not too heavy. It's very inspirational. As you hear, some pieces are very up-tempo, and there are some pieces that are slow and that are going to kind of minister to your spirit. So I'm very excited for this little project to debut March 2nd.
Come on, progressive Christians. Praise
God.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. If y'all like Mary, if y'all like Fred Hammond, that sort of thing, you'll like the kind of presentation that I'm going to offer.
I love the remix.
Good. Thank you.
One day I said that, yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much, Justin Dominic, for stopping by. We appreciate you. Come back on. We appreciate you for joining.
I love hanging out with y'all.
Yeah, this was fun. We love it. And if you guys want to see more of Just Dominic, you can go over to just-dominic.com. And you can also check him out on The Unusual Mavericks with myself. We do that every Thursday, and we got a good one for you guys this week. So definitely check it out on Pyro Power Hour. Pyro Media Network. And Kyrie and I will see you guys this Friday. So definitely check out and stay tuned for all of that. And tonight, we have the Daryl Walter Show, and She Is Phenomenal airing tonight. So, and the You Better Than Me podcast has just released a new episode, so definitely go check it out right now. Go over to pyromedianetwork.com and check them out, and or any of our social medias, and the link will be there for you guys. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys.
And tomorrow, come tomorrow.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Candid Conversations tomorrow's getting check out Candid Conversations with Kyrie Sonoy. Yes. And who else is coming out tomorrow? We have Candid Conversations.
But that's all that matter, okay?
I'm just saying. Nicole Nevick Live is going to be tomorrow, and we have The Unusual Mavericks, and that's going to be it for tomorrow. So we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you on Friday. Until then, create a great week. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.